Well, you may or may not know this, but South Africa has a robust wine industry that produces excellent wines. In fact, South Africa ranks 6th internationally in wine exports. South African winemakers Stuart Downs and Rudiger Gretschel are here to tell us a little bit more. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you very much for having us.
So I want to get into, what kind of makes South African wines a little bit different for those who maybe aren't familiar with that type of wine.
Well, thank you. We live in the most beautiful part of the world, first of all, and we have just the most brilliant Mediterranean climate. And the big thing about South Africa is we've been making wines for 364 years.
Wow.
So 1659 is when our industry was established. And I suppose we're not quite new world, we're not quite old world because of the climate.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of both, wines with great elegance.
Great, so kind of the best of both worlds.
Of both worlds, correct.
So I want to get to, I know we have a number of wines that are in front of us. First of all, before we get to those, we do want to highlight that there is a tasting happening right now, right?
Correct, yeah, with the great folks at Colonial Wines and Spirits. We've got a team over there at the moment and tasting through all our wines with all the customers as they go in on a Thursday afternoon.
Perfect. And again, that's happening right now. So if while we're talking about this, you're like, I have to check that out, go do that. It's finishing at 5 o'clock at Colonial Wines. So let's get into some of these. So if you could just talk about some of what we're seeing in front of us today.
Yeah. So the world is in love with bubbles at the moment. We make bottle fermented sparkling wine according to the traditional champenoise method. South Africa's been making Cup Classique for the last 50 years. With Krone, we've been doing it for 36 years. We've got a beautiful farm in the Tulbagh Valley, which is about 1.5 hours drive outside of Cape Town, where we grow predominantly Pinot Noir and Chardonnay grapes to make these particular wines. So they're all bottle fermented. They rest for a minimum of 14 months on the lees, just to kind of get a bit more flavor and body and structure in the wines before they get disgorged.
Okay, so we have the bubbles, and then it sounds like we have kind of a more classic selection of wines here as well.
Yeah, correct. So Barista is our is the Pinotage grape. We have a grape that is unique South African, which we did a hybrid in 1926. So very interesting wines. They are great for barbecue. They're quite spicy and smoky. Very big structure and good tannin structure. So if you love barbecue, that's the wine you should be drinking.
Absolutely.
The other two estates are very established estates in South Africa, Rustenburg and Groot Constantia. Groot Constantia was the first wine estate established in South Africa, and it's still going strong. So we've got the estate wine, which also is a Pinotage, and then on the Rustenburg part, we've got a great Chardonnay.
Great, so many options, and again, you can check these out happening right now at Colonial Wines. Thank you both for coming in and introducing us to South African wines. We're excited to try them.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.